I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Okay, foggy camera. Foggy camera, hold on. Bim, there we go. Party people in the place to be. What's good? It's number one chief Rock Knicks University, main man, Uncle Freezy. And welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. I can imagine you guys have a lot of stuff on your mind. I do too. So I have a lot of things on my mind. I don't know if I have a ton of things to say, but I have a lot of things on my mind. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Y'all know I'm addicted to stuff like push-ups. I couldn't even get on the floor and do no push-ups, man. I just got on the floor and just laid there like, yo, what just happened to us? What just happened, man? DSJ, what just happened? Yo, I'm not going to play the blame game, man, because I loved these dudes before the game, and I'm going to love these dudes after the game, bro, after a heartbreaking loss. King Imbert is in the building. DSJ was good. Big Buddy, Just Knicks. Yeah, man. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is in the building. I honestly can't put into words what I just saw. I just can't. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know what it is that I just saw. Respect to the Sixers. In that little space that the screen was blank, I was actually um giving kudos to Eat Sleep Sixers. I was giving kudos to Eat Sleep Sixers. Because listen, I had talked cash trash about the Sixers, right? I had talked cash trash about the Sixers. As a matter of fact, when we were up late and they were not fouling, I thought we had the game in hand. I legit were sending them gift certificates to Cancun. King Ribby was on us, was on with us on the playback. Yo, the playback is fire. Yo, the playback is fire, man. Y'all gotta join us. I called Dre, but I guess Dre was counting money or something. But we was doing the playback, yo. The playback is fire. The playback is like an and one. So we were on it. So it's me, King Ribby, Coach Malpica, Mr. Vince, Chuck Allen, Cowboy Bob. Man, there was a bunch of Mets. Man, there was a bunch of us rocking on the playback, yo. Man, the playback was fire tonight, man. I hate y'all missed it. But, man, Brooklyn jinxed it for us tonight. And that's an inside joke, by the way. That's an inside joke. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I honestly thought that I could legit send the Sixers a gift certificate to Cancun. Now, with that said, we may be the ones that use that ticket to Cancun. The Sixers don't have to win 3 in a row. They only need to win 2 in a row. The Sixers don't care anything about a 3-1 deficit or a 3-2 deficit. They just need to win 2 games, 2 in a row. And the Knicks need to win 1 in a row. And I said it that way. I said it that way for effect. I understand that 1 in a row doesn't make sense. What is this? What is this back here? Yeah. I'm honestly, I'm speechless. Salute to the Sixers for playing an outstanding game. The Knicks let their feet off the pedal, and this is what happens. This is what happens in the playoffs. They did it to us, and we did it to them twice. We did it to them twice, and now they've done it to us. So I'm going to look at the box score real quick because I walked away from the thing to just Again, I got Josh Hart played a heck of a game. Our guy Josh Hart played a heck of a game, man. Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart with those jump in the air passes, though. Those jump in the air passes, bro, you gotta stop with the jump in the air passes, man. We had a fast break. Josh Hart jumped in the air, not knowing who to pass the ball to, and just threw it somewhere. And the ball goes out of bounds, and we don't convert on a fast break. Jalen Brunson at the end of a game jump in the air for 3 and change his mind and just throws the ball to a cutting Hartenstein when you know Hartenstein, you never catch Hartenstein out by the three in the corner. Soon as he saw you over there, he was going to break for the rim. But you know what? You know what? I can say a lot of stuff, but I'll just say this. This is what it sounds like when doves cry. This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Classic Man says, salute everybody. The Knicks deserve to lose because Knicks up by 3 down. Foul, you let Maxey shoot a 30-footer 3-point shot. Yeah, the Knicks deserve to lose. That's Classic Man's opinion. Yeah. Yeah, this is the Knicks. If anything can possibly go wrong, it does. Yeah, Big Buddy says we can do it in Philly. Hey, I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. You know. I think Tom Thibodeau coached a heck of a game. I think Tom Thibodeau coached a heck of a game. We just didn't execute late. You can't blame this one on Tibbs. Philly outplayed us down the stretch. And I'll point out one other thing too. We were coming down the stretch, missing free throws. And listen, if Josh Hart makes a free throw, if OG Anunoby makes a free throw, if Jalen Brunson makes a free throw, the Tyrese Maxey 50-foot 3-pointer doesn't even mean anything. App says, why does every opposing player turn out to be Miller or Jordan against us? And the clear answer, so the obvious answer is this, and I'm not saying this to throw shade at anybody, right? But the obvious answer is we have a score first point guard that doesn't play high-level defense. And so with him on the floor, you have to put other role players around him. Like you have to put other backcourt defenders on the floor around him. And so when you do that, they get certain matchups. They just thrive. Right? It's not like, and I'm not blaming Brunson because Brunson's an excellent player. I'm not blaming him. I'm just describing what it is. And then plus nobody can guard Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is a monster. Yeah, yeah. Coming down the game late, man. Dante DiVincenzo had excellent defensive trips down the floor. But, bro, Dante and Deuce at times look bad defensively against Tyrese Maxey. And maybe we should just give credit to Tyrese Maxey. Because once he got going, he was unstoppable. Top Notch T is in the building. Hey, yeah, I don't know. I think we really missed Bogdanovich today because Dante's offense was. Dante DiVincenzo giveth and he taketh away. Tibbs clearly, Tom Thibodeau has figured out the Philadelphia offense. But clearly, we need another offensive player to step up. I thought it was going to be Bogey. Not Bogey. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be Hartenstein. It turns out it's not Hartenstein. There were so many places in this game where we could have done a little bit better here or there. And we probably win. Maxey's a heck of a player, man. In other news, Indiana was not able to put away Milwaukee, and Cleveland edges out Orlando. So these series looks like they're all 3-2. Yeah. Except Boston and Miami. I think they play tomorrow. If Miami beats Boston tomorrow, I think we're looking at a lot of series being 3-2. Just don't know what to say necessarily. We had them in a good spot, and we just let them off the hook. And if the Sixers win in Philly, I don't know what to say about Game 7. Yeah, man. It was a bizarre ending. We just have to learn as a franchise, you can't play with your food. Yeah. One thing about the game. One thing about Game 6, Knicks fans are definitely gonna be there for sure. Knicks fans are definitely gonna be there for sure. But we came out, had a slow start. We had to reel Philly in. So we reeled them in. We took the lead a couple of times. And yeah, I think we took them lightly. I think we took Philly lightly. Yeah, I think we took them lightly. And in other news, Stephen A. Smith is bashing the Knicks about something. Yo,
Yo, yo. Salute, Freezy. Salute to the chat. Uh, I'm at a loss for words. Um, oddly enough, just seeing how the game ended, if any team's resilient in this league, it's this one. If any team has come back from tumultuous things back to back to back, it's this one. But man, this stings. It stings badly. There were so many things that went wrong towards the end of that game. Missed
Dante
free throws.
DiVincenzo, Dante DiVincenzo is playing like trash, bro.
Dante is he can't guard anyone. It seems like he can't guard anyone off the dribble. He's not hitting his open shots, the limited ones that he does get. And he feels like he's playing passive in terms of his backdoor cutting and slashing. It's kind of why you see his limitations, or maybe we got him for, or maybe his contract. He's playing
Yeah,
like his contract right now instead of the value, the immense value that he had before. But
yeah,
I'm seeing so many mistakes coming down the stretch and so many things we could have done better. I'm not gonna lie to you, Freezy. These games that happen every other day, they're worse. They're taking a toll on Joel Embiid, and he's running down. Like he looked like he was done, and he's gonna have to go through that again. We're gonna have to give Tyrese Maxey his respect, and he did what he needed to do to win that game. But it feels like Freezy, both games that they won was just two superstars having their way, or maybe outlier games that aren't indicative of any normal basketball that they've ever played.
yeah,
Like, so I mean, there's a lot of things that I do like. Josh Hart played his heart out, but It was about maybe four
I'm
or
not
five.
valuing the basketball is killing me,
There
bro.
was 4 or 5. Freezy, I'm not even gonna get on the missing the free throw. Remember, we were up 6, and all he had to do was hit um OG with a nice little touch pass, just nice touch. You don't have to have it perfect, and he just tossed it out of bounds. That would have put us 8, and I think they were cooked then.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. Like not valuing the basketball, bro. Come on, bro. And the look on Jalen Brunson's face at the end of the game when he turned it over to lose another playoff game, bro. Bro, yo, you
It's like
gotta value the
he pan
basketball,
like
bro.
it's like you can't go into your shoot motion and just change them out. You better off just throwing it up, getting it blocked, and attempting to grab the ball again.
Or let them call the foul. You don't know what happens when you land.
Exactly.
Because if you get the shot up and it's blocked and that person is in your landing area, which he was,
He would have got the call.
you get to shoot free throws, and it may be a tech. I think
But
they call that text. They call text on that now.
he threw it to a guy that was like he thought he was gonna put the shot up. So Hartenstein went to go box out.
It's not Hartenstein's fault, bro.
It's not Hartenstein's fault at
No, that's
all.
not Hartenstein. That's
But
not
like
Hart.
I can't even. But Freezy, I can't even throw that on Brunson all the way. We didn't even call any plays coming down the stretch. Tibbs was just watching the game like we were watching the game.
Jalen Brunson was trying to take over, bro.
But
Like,
at some point, even with that, as a coach, we've seen Tibbs be completely on his P's and Q's in terms of being a controller of everything going on the court. Scream out a play. You just gonna try to match up Hunt every time? Like you can't do that every single time. That empty side pick and roll, it worked a few times. It's not gonna work every time. And he tried to go to it 4, 5, 6 times in a row, and it just stopped.
you know what the major flaw in that at was that, and we talked about it on the playback. Dre, you should have been there, bro. The playback is fire. But anyways,
I
anyways,
was a little bit preoccupied. I couldn't.
no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. No doubt. And respect too, man. You know, we're not saying that you're supposed to be Knicks 24/7, bro. You know,
Yeah. But let me make sure hit that follow on playback.
yeah, man.
Make sure everybody out there, make sure you hit the follow on that playback. Search
Yeah,
up
man.
Orange Tears.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Bro, the one. So there are two flaws. The screen up high with Hartenstein and Mitch doesn't work, right? The screen up high works when you bring Josh Hart up high, right? To bring a defender away from the rim. Now, Joel Embiid is going to be at the rim, and we got to live with that, right? But when you bring Josh Hart up high up top, Josh Hart can skip past the Hartenstein for the legendary floater in the lane,
Yeah.
right? And so that Tibbs didn't get into. That's Jalen Brunson's fault for not recognizing that's what worked early in the season, in the series. Two, Tom Thibodeau's dead ball out of bound plays were in our mind, they were immaculate. We were in playback, we were like, hold on, what's Tibbs gonna draw up right here on a dead ball out of bounds? And every time he was spot on. We were getting the looks that we wanted out of that, right? But coming down the stretch, you know, thinking you can save the day offensively all the time, bro, we gotta pass that basketball. You remember Jalen Brunson's turnaround fadeaway, and
Yeah.
he hit the shot over Tobias Harris, bro.
Yeah.
That man dribbled the ball for like
20
18 seconds,
times.
bro.
Yeah. He kept
Yeah,
dribble into a shot. And I
nobody
mean,
moving because Jalen Brunson's not moving.
and you're basically giving at times you're legitimately giving Joel Embiid a reprieve. Like you're taking him out to play and letting him rest on that possession, just letting him ISO like that. And that's I feel like it's by design, Freezy, at times. we're less dangerous when Brunson is in his bag for better or worse. And there was some other things that went wrong, Freezy. I don't know why Tom Thibodeau took out Hartenstein and put Mitch back in for that scenario. You knew they wanted a three. At that point, you could even go with Precious. You switching everything, right?
Yeah.
Why do you have Mitch out there in the first place
Right. In that
when
in
you
that
know they need a
scenario,
three?
we beat them in game 3 in that scenario, and Hartenstein was there up high with his feet on the ground, not reaching, and they kicked it out to Joel Embiid for the game winner, and he missed over OG Anunoby.
Yeah,
Right. As
because he
soon as they
plays
saw
like a
Mitchell
seven
Robinson on the
footer,
floor,
and
they knew Mitch is not a perimeter defender.
Mitch regressed and turned into rookie Mitch at that one play. All you had to do was play big. You're a
Yep.
7 footer. Just put your hand up. If he makes it, he makes it.
Yep. All he had to do was put his heels on the 3-point line and put his hands straight up in the air.
In fact, if he put his hand up and didn't jump, he probably would have missed the shot because he was seeking contact that wouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
He probably would have shot it off balance. It would have been a hard brick, but he got the contact that may have given him an extra, he got the contact he was anticipating. It gave him the balance that he needed, and he made it. But if he was going up to shoot it like that and didn't get the contact he was anticipating, it would have been a hard brick.
Yeah. The fact that he made that shot too just makes me also think that it may have just been fate. Right.
Basketball gods.
Yeah. It may have just been fate, bro.
We
You
were
know
we
what
were
I'm saying?
too overconfident. I don't. This team doesn't do anything easy. It
Yeah.
doesn't.
And we can't be overconfident, bro. We're not that good. We're a great team, but we're not that great of a team
Absolutely
where we
not.
could throw
Remember
our
this
jerseys out there on
team.
the floor.
Remember the team that we're playing only has 3 less wins than us,
Yeah.
despite missing the MVP that the entire team was built around for damn near half the year. Well, not half the year, like maybe 30 games.
Yeah.
So there was definitely some miscalculations on Tibbs's behalf, but man, oh yeah, you could take care of the ball, make your free throws. We shot terribly from three, but it almost feels like it's expected. We're taking tough shots repeatedly over and over. But it was a lot of open shots that we missed. They shot almost 40% from three. We shot 28%. And we missed 7 free throws.
Yep.
They also missed 6 free throws,
Yep. And they out rebounded us.
which isn't supposed to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I, the Tibbs kind of overthought it in my mind. Like Mitch was performing well, but if you need a stop and you know that you know that Maxi is the guy that they're gonna go to, especially in a scenario where you know they need a three. Precious Achua is the man for your job. He's been the guy that has slowed him and fused Tyrese Maxey into whether he should shoot or drive because he's so versatile. He can
Yeah.
contest and recover. And he confused Maxey at least 3 or 4 times in that last game off the pick
Yeah.
and roll.
Yeah.
And if the game is going to be in Maxey's hands, the big you need out there is the most versatile one that can help you in both scenarios in case he decides to drive for the quick two or take the three.
And help slow down around the fringes with guys like Tobias Harris.
Exactly. Where
Tobias Harris had a
there's
sneaky
no
good
complete
game.
mismatch on a switch. There's no complete mismatch.
Yeah.
It's but like
Yeah.
after things like that, we always bounce back. We always do.
Man, we got to stop depending on that though, bro.
Can't depend on that.
I'm not saying what you're saying. I'm not saying that what you just said is not a fact because indeed I do believe it's a fact. Right. But yeah, we can't be the fall guy, bro. You ever watch that TV show with Colt Seavers? Like Colt
No.
Seavers, you get his butt beat for like 58 minutes. Colt Sievers get his butt beat for like 58 minutes during the show, and then in the last 2 minutes he found a way to beat somebody, and then he date for Farrah Fawcett.
We
You're
trying
like,
to win off
damn, that's
plot
worth it,
armor. We
huh?
trying to win. We trying to win games off plot armor.
Yeah, 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 bro. Like, dag, you win the fight in the last 2 minutes, and you get Farrah Fawcett.
I'm gonna say this too, Freezy. Tibbs has got to have a quick trigger with Dante. If Dante comes out in the first 4, 5, 6 minutes, misses a couple shots, or isn't playing defense, you got to pull him for deuce. You can't
Yeah,
let him play the whole first quarter. Like let a guy like Maxey see a couple go in, and then after that, the entire game he's on fire because he got the confidence from the jump.
that's what we were saying back on Playback TV, bro. That's what we were saying. We were
And
saying, okay, yeah,
I don't think
that
we've
that was
ever,
the dialogue.
outside of maybe one half, we've never come out strong to start a half. Never. The entire series. We've been playing from deficit. Like if we played this Freezy, if we played this team legitimately or stalemated with our starting lineup, we would have swept them. But because we trying to go in 8, 9 point deficits every first quarter, every third quarter, trying to pull a rabbit out of a hat, coming back in the no Joel Embiid minutes, you putting yourself at risk. If you're seeing something that's not working within the starting lineup, you got to pull the trigger on Dante, because if Dante's not shooting shots or making shots at a high volume, Deuce shoots just as well, if not better than Dante, and his point of attack defense is better.
I'm gonna say something very controversial, bro. It was said on the playback as a joke, but then now that the further we get away from the game, I'm just gonna say it to see what the chat thinks. If we had Emmanuel quickly tonight, bro, if we had Emmanuel quickly tonight,
Freezy, Emmanuel quickly hasn't had it. I'll put it this way, Freezy. Deuce McBride has had like 5 better playoff games, or 4 better playoff games within this series than Quickly had in his entire career as a Knick. So I
see
don't
that
know.
that's where you didn't hear what I said.
Oh,
You didn't listen to what I said. I
if we
said
had
if
him
we
in
had
the
Emmanuel quickly tonight, right? Not throughout the series and not through. If we had another playmaker, ball handler, somebody that could create offense, I think Philly is gone. The one thing we can't dispute is
Freezy,
Emmanuel quickly is a great team defender, and he can generate offense for himself, and sometimes, every once in a while, for others, occasionally.
Freezy, you know what kind of shocked me tonight? I know Tibbs went for it, but he didn't try to see if Alec Burks had lightning in the bottle, even for like a 3-minute stretch for Brunson in the first half.
You mean like how Nurse did with Cameron Payne?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
See if you can capture lightning in a bottle over 3, 4 minutes. If he doesn't have it, then you yank him. But he played Brunson the whole first half. It kind of worked out for us, but it eventually felt like we were chasing instead of being the aggressors. We don't ever throw the first punch
No,
ever.
no.
We trying to play the Philly shell against Philly.
Yeah.
We trying to like shoulder shoulder roll
Bro,
all
you
these
know how
punches.
strong is, bro, the Philly shell is a very, very underrated defense. You know what I'm saying? You have no idea how strong your forearms gotta have to be and your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Has to be in that, bro. When you get into it, you already know you're counterpunching and not being a yeah. Yeah.
Freely, can we come out and like be up 25-19 in the first quarter? Can that happen?
That'd be nice.
Can we have them already in a deficit by the time they have to take Joel Embiid out the game, and then we could push it to 16 points before he gets in, and
Ooh,
then he starts pressing even further?
did you see Mike Boy point? Mike Boy said, I said that about IQ during the game. He'll never miss those free throws.
Oh, he wouldn't. You know what? You know what pissed me off, Freezy? Why the hell did did OG pass the ball to Josh Hart right there?
Try to I know what you're talking about, but I think he was trying to save trying to run time off the clock.
Hey
But
man, just stand still.
but yeah, we'll get them seconds back. Yeah.
Like, just stand still. Like I don't know. I don't know why how they didn't get the ball back in Brunson's head, even though he did miss free throws himself. But it was a sequence. But this is funny. It was a sequence of unfortunate events that kind of helped us win game two, and it came back on us in game five. They missed free throws. They had turnovers. They hit improbable threes. We did essentially the same thing. Brunson hit a three that bounced off the rim and landed in. We may have gotten away with a tug. We got a turnover. We missed the three. We got a rebound and we hit the next three. Whereas with this team, they hit a 4-point play. Then we came down and missed the free throw. Then they came down and hit another three.
Yeah.
It feels like it kind of evened out. And it's going to be down to brass tacks. I don't think the crowd will be a factor whatsoever on the road. Not in terms of like, oh, there's going to be Knicks fans. No, I mean, I don't think that it matters at all to the players on the court. I don't think it affects them at all.
Yeah.
Not our
Any
players.
Vegas, I'm with you. I think the fact that Kendrick dropped something just shook up the world randomly.
that
For all
was a
you
nice
Drake
that was a
lovers
nice
out
little
there.
diss. I'm not gonna lie to you. It
Yeah.
was a
It, I
nice
thought he was
little
gonna come. I thought he was gonna come harder than that, especially after 3 weeks.
no, it was a nice little jab. It was a warning shot in my mind. It was a warning shot. It was even though it was 6 minutes, it was a lot of jabs and him alluding to him knowing a few more things that you better just leave it as a sparring, and you don't really want to take it all the way there. That's what I feel like it was.
I got it. I took it as you know a ham sandwich track that took 3 weeks.
I don't think it took 3 weeks.
Well, I mean, clearly it's 3 weeks in between drops, right?
Yeah,
This is the track that took 3 weeks, bro.
I don't think it took 3 weeks. But I don't know,
Nah,
Freezy. I
it's
think it was.
not.
I think it was. I thought it was solid. I think he could have came harder. Pause. But
Pause.
pause. Pause. I said
Pause.
pause. I said pause.
Really? Yo,
No
I'm
diddy.
gonna make a P Diddy. I'm gonna make a P Diddy gift for y'all, bro.
No diddy. He could have went harder, but I'm not too mad at it. There were a couple bars in there that I liked. So I mean, I'm not too mad at it.
So
It was it was rehashing some things we've heard before,
yeah,
but it came off smoothly enough for me.
yeah.
But getting back to the Knicks, man,
So what's your expectation for Game 6?
I think we win it.
I think we lose.
Mm.
Yeah,
I, I think the more we have these turnarounds when it's just one day off, Embiid is not recovering well enough. He's just gonna be worse and worse.
I think the genie is out of the bottle. I think Tyrese Maxey is legit elevating himself into the superstar conversation right before our eyes, but we can't recognize it because it's happening to us. But I guarantee you, the national media is going crazy over his highlights right now.
I mean, when you're taking 35 footers, it's a lot prettier
Yeah, and
than
then
dribbling 18 times and taking a turnaround fade.
yeah,
but
and then on
but
top of all of that, I think Philly is the Philly crowd, when we get to Philadelphia, bro, they are gonna go bananas at the idea of tying up the series.
I mean, that's fine for easy, but I think there's
I
really
think we gotta
one. I
respect the
think
other fan bases.
we gotta respect them, but we gonna be in there too. But to be absolutely honest, there's a few adjustments that we could have made to mitigate even this game being that close to begin with. And number one, Tibbs needs to have a quick trigger with Dante, especially if you know Deuce is your best available guy to actually guard him. Yes, Maxi's gonna make shots, but you gotta be able to mitigate or slow him down before he even gets the confidence to start taking 35 footers.
Bro, he was roasting. He was roasting Deuce too, bro.
Yeah, he was roasting Deuce because he got hot and got confident before.
Right.
And like th- in prior games in this series, there'd have been times where Maxi would see a three and not take it, but he was putting it up as soon as he got it because he felt it, like he was
He's
hot.
super confident now, bro. The genie is out the bottle, bro.
But every game is its own story. Just
Yeah,
because
yeah,
remember Freezy, just because Embiid dropped 50 that one game, he's been subpar the next two
right. Nah,
on a quick
that's not
turnaround.
what. But I'm not talking
Every
about Embiid. I'm talking about
I
Maxi.
know you're talking about Maxi Freezy, but I think it's an outlier personally.
You think when he shower, he just gonna wash it off and he gonna be back to regular Maxi?
No, not regular Maxi. He's gonna be effective. He's gonna average. He's gonna get 30.
He
My
gonna get
point is,
40 in Philly. That you can if y'all gamble, and I don't I'm not gonna give you any advice, but I would take the over for 40 points in Philly.
I don't think he's gonna get that many.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's gonna take 30 shots either. I think he'll probably get 40 on like 23 shots.
You know what's funny, Freezy? You know what I think Tibbs might actually start Deuce. For some reason, I just have a hunch. I feel like he might actually start Deuce off the rip
Bro,
because the like Maxi was for the earlier parts in the game, he was just getting his off the flow of the offense. He wasn't putting extreme pressure. He wasn't flying to the rim. He wasn't getting free throws. He was playing within the flow of the offense, and then he caught a rhythm. And then Embiid started deferring to him. And then he caught a rhythm off of Josh Hart guarding him at first, then Dante switching on to him and them having nothing. And then by the time Deuce got a crack on him, he was already on fire. And when a good player to great player is on fire, it don't matter what type of defense you put on him. At that point, you have to quell that from the jump. We didn't quell it from the jump. We didn't contain him. We just let him do what he wanted to do early in the game, and then he just started feeling confident and putting up shots.
I think the genie
Like,
is already out of the bottle, bro.
so what? So is he gonna get 50 in Philly and 50 on the Garden in Game 7?
If you play DiVincenzo.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
And
think
I
that
feel
that
like
part
I
that
feel
you were
like
saying, like,
Phil-
if he gets hot early, you gotta prevent him from getting hot early. I think we're past that stage. I think that rocket is already in the atmosphere, bro.
I mean, he's averaging
Because coming
30
down
on
the stretch
50,
of
40,
that game
90.
with that man was pulling up, that man pulled up on that 30 footer. He already knew when he crossed half, he was taking that shot. He already knew that, bro. That
For
man
some
is that man is already that man is on his superstar ascension right now, and we're gonna have to do something about it, bro.
Deuce, not that Deuce is gonna stop him, but Deuce is gonna make him work. I think who does Maxi cover on offense? Like he's on Dante, right? Not
I
and
saw him
Dante
on
isn't.
I saw him on OG a couple of times. I saw him on Josh Hart a couple of times. I don't know if he's usually at the top. They usually have Oubre on Brunson and then another guy guard whoever Kyle Lowry on
They
Dante or
they would
something.
put Kyle Lowry. They would put Kyle Lowry on Josh Hart because he presents a little bit more added physicality,
They the
and then they
same
would
player,
put
bro. They the same
they're the
player except
same.
one is short.
Yeah, yeah, and um they would put what's his name? They would put Dante on him, or they would put Tyrese Maxey on Dante, and Dante hasn't been making him work. We haven't really been doing any off ball actions for him to get open. He's not cutting back door. He's just it's just awkward, and I think we have to put ourselves in position to make him work on both
Yeah,
ends.
yeah, yeah.
Because he was playing the game like
Oh,
he had
yeah,
all his legs in those jumpers
yeah.
when he shouldn't have. His legs should have been dead tired. I mean, of course he's young, but still, man, it's like you got to figure out ways to make him work on both ends, and we didn't.
Right.
It's got to be bruising. It's got to be punishing. Anytime he's on someone like OG, even if OG doesn't make the shot, you put him in the post and make him take the shot. Weigh on him. It's a boxing match. You can't let that star just exist. They try to attack Brunson repeatedly on purpose as well. They definitely make it their business to attack Brunson more than we make it our business to attack Maxi.
Yeah, yeah. The the
And
thing
and
the thing about that though, what you're saying is we don't have a guy crafty enough to attack Maxi without that player going to the rim, getting double teamed, blocked at the rim. Right? Like we have to
if they're
post
that heavy
Maxi up.
drop, yeah,
Right. We have to post Maxi up and back him towards the rim, but they already have Joel Embiid standing there.
I think this is why you need to catch lightning in a bottle with Alec Burks. You got to see if you can catch lightning in a bottle in a 3 minute spurt. Because remember, like Maxi might be out there to begin the second quarter, right? Sometimes, or begin the fourth quarter, he'll be out there. Sometimes Alec Burks can be a lightning rod and he can get you some offense. But if he doesn't get it for you in that 3 to 4 minute stretch, you pull him.
I think
Exactly how
I
they
think
did campaign. But
yeah,
Tibbs was going with a 7 man rotation, even after Precious Achua showed you he had something that he could bring to the table.
I honestly think, bro, when Joel Embiid went to the bench, they should have inserted Precious Achua instead of going small. Remember how we went really small with OG at the 5?
We only went small to match them.
Right.
We never did it because that's what Tom Thibodeau values.
No,
We
but
did it because of necessity.
yeah, I get that. I get that part, right? But what I'm saying is in order for it to be to our advantage, I think Tibbs probably should have played Precious. Right. And what Precious does at a bare minimum is when he's away from the rim, a defender has to at least recognize that he's alive. Right. Our centers, when they caught the Hartenstein and Mitch, when they caught the ball at the top of the key, everybody was sagged back below the free throw line. Right. At least with Precious Achua on the floor, you have to at least acknowledge that he's a living, breathing offensive threat, even if he's not a good one. You know, the part of that is like a lot of stuff. Philly exposed a lot of stuff. I think Tibbs did a great job coaching today. I think our
Remember, they only
carelessness.
scored 90 points until Maxi was tossing them threes in, man. Like, we did a good job.
Yeah, I think our carelessness late in the game
Absolutely.
is what destroyed us. We started missing free throws because we thought the game was over. Guys missing one trip. You missed both free throws.
Maxi missed 2 free throws. That was a sign we should have won. When Maxi missed those 2 free throws, Maxi
Bro,
missed 2 free throws, and he shoots 90% from the free throw line.
bro, and
He missed 3 free throws in the fourth, by the way. 3.
yeah, what I'm saying to you is if Josh Hart makes one of those free throws he misses, that Tyrese Maxey 3 from 30 feet means nothing because we're still up by 1.
He probably doesn't even take the 3. He probably tries to go for the quick 2.
Right.
If we're up
Right.
4, he probably tries to run in for the quick 2.
And the OG and the Nobi miss, the one that went in and down and around and out. You can't blame OG for that one because every NBA player is going to miss free throws like that. But the Josh Hart free throw that's like 6 inches short, you out there looking like Mitch.
That was embarrassing.
Oh my God, bro.
Embarrassing. Yes. But the things we could fix are easily correctable. If they're easily correctable, that man, we should have won that. But these quick turnaround games where it's only one day off, it's even worse for Embiid because he's not getting any type of time to recover. If you know that's the reason why he looked worse and his jumper looked worse. Because remember when we first went to Philly, he had 2-3 days off, dropped 50. Then he had a day off, one day off, and then it just went downhill. Then the next game it got even worse with just one day off, and it's just gonna be one day off between now and Thursday.
Hey, respectfully, I disagree. Now, not because of what you're saying in that sense. I'm talking about in terms of way we viewed this Joel Embiid game. This Joel Embiid had a triple double, bro.
He had a
Joel Embiid
quadruple
had
double
he
with
had a
turnovers though, Freezy.
yeah.
He was
I
terrible with
understand. Let
ball
me finish
control
my
because he
Dre.
was
Let me finish
tired.
Dre. Hold on. Let me finish my
Oh, go
point.
ahead. My fault. My fault.
So where his shot wasn't going and where he fumbled around with turnovers, bro, this stiff that we think is gonna get worse, bro. That man got 16 rebounds and 4 blocks.
Yeah.
We thought he was gonna get worse, but he got 16 rebounds. That's a series high for him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna diminish rebounding because rebounding does matter, Freezy.
Yeah.
But for Joel Embiid, him getting 15 points is an embarrassment to him. And if you getting 15, I'll give up 15 rebounds to Joel Embiid if he scores 15 points and has 9 turnovers. I'm sorry. I'll live with that. I'll live with those 15 boards. If Joel Embiid, the guy that was averaging damn near 35 points a game, drops 15 points and has 9 turnovers.
And Joel Embiid would clap his hands, bro, because you know what stat Joel Embiid values more than points?
Wins.
Wins.
Yeah, but this is the thing, Freezy. Him getting those 9 turnovers and 15 points was basically the reason why we were up six with 28 seconds to go.
But they
That's why
won.
we were up six with 28 seconds to go.
But
Then
they
we blew it.
won. But
But
they
we blew
won.
it. We blew it with things that had nothing to do with his performance.
Yeah, but they won, bro.
They won, Freezy, but it had nothing to do with Joel Embiid's 15 rebounds. That's not why they won.
So they didn't win because Joel Embiid had 15. So the 15 rebounds wasn't a factor.
Freezy, the 9 turnovers was the reason we were up six with 28 seconds to go. The 15 points from Joel
It was 19
was the
points.
reason we were up
It was
six
19 points.
with 28 seconds to go.
Oh,
Everything else we blew. We should, matter of fact, Freezy, we should have been up by damn near 15 in that fourth quarter, to be absolutely honest with you.
right.
We choked. We let go of the rope. We were careless. Joel would have had those same 15 rebounds and an L if we did what we were supposed to do. So I'm not gonna say 15 points with 15 rebounds was the reason we lost. No, no. There was a lot more that went into why we lost.
Yeah.
And it wasn't 15 rebounds for Joel Embiid.
That man
We had to
finished
leave because he
with
had
a
nine
triple double.
turnovers.
That man finished with a triple double, bro. He finished with 19 points, 16 rebounds, and 10 assists, bro.
He
That
had
man
a
finished with 19,
quadruple double.
16, and 10 with four blocks.
Yeah, that's fine, Freezy. He could have done all of that and lost. We should have done all of that and lost because he
I,
had 9 turnovers.
I can't go with you on that because in theory, Tyrese Maxey should not have hit a 30-footer. If he misses
Did,
if he misses that 30-footer, we're
did we
right
did we
now we're
choke the
talking
game or
about
not?
how we beat Philly.
Did we choke the game or did Philly win the game?
Did you see Tyrese Maxey hit some incredible shots?
Because we choked the game. We gave him the opportunity to make those shots.
That 30-footer, it was uncontested.
And it was uncontested. And if we would have made our free throws, it wouldn't have mattered, like you said.
Right, right.
If we took care of the ball, it wouldn't have mattered, like you said.
We were careless. We Yeah, we got to reel some of that careless play in. But the thing about Joel Embiid, bro, you got to give him. They won, bro. The man had a triple double in an elimination game on the road.
Crazy. He had almost 10
Dre,
turnovers
I
in
think you did. Yeah,
45 minutes.
bro. It don't, bro. Right.
We choked the game.
So the fact that that man had a triple double on the road in an elimination game doesn't matter,
It does matter because they won, right?
right?
But he would have had damn near all those stats if weren't careless. Legitimately, he would have had almost all of those statistics, and it wouldn't have mattered because he had 9 turnovers because he was careless, and we choked the game because we were careless.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you on that part of where we were throwing the ball around, reckless, bro. We
Not
gotta
finishing
stop
fast
doing
breaks like Josh Hart just
easy 2 point layups the other way. We were choking them out, and then we were going for daggers, trying to put them away instead of slowing the ball. No one understand. That's one of the things I fought Jalen Brunson for right there. The point guard thing.
hero. He instead of being a point guard, he tried to play hero ball.
Yeah, he's a scoring machine, bro, at the point guard position. Because it could, if that had been Chauncey Billups, you know what Chauncey Billups would have did? Slowed that thing all the way down. Let everybody, even if the defense got set up and all of that, we would have worked it around for the best shot.
He would have called a pin down for Rip, and Rip would have hit a 16-footer.
Yeah, with 3 seconds left on the shot clock, as opposed to shooting the dagger with 17 seconds left on the shot clock in a game that you're up, where time is your friend.
I think I think we have to play with more intention. Also, like I think Dante is struggling because a lot of his offense is based off of read and react. I think we actually might need to dial up some opportunities for him to get shots, whether it's off a pin down. Because to be absolutely honest, as he goes offensively, we go. If Dante's we blow him out.
Yeah, I'm totally on the reverse of that one that you just said.
No. Hear me out, Freezy.
Nah, I'm saying my opinion can't be wrong. It's mine, bro.
No, I'm trying to explain what I'm thinking though. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying
Right.
we can't rely on Brunson to be Superman. We need production from other guys. If I'm Hear me out. We run a couple pin downs for Dante within the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game, not just hijacking the offense to let Dante do whatever the hell. See if he has something. If he doesn't have it from the perimeter, you bring Deuce in around the 5, 6 minute mark. Instead of letting him play the whole quarter trying to live off of read and react. And then if he's not seeing any shots, he's just out there being ineffective and not having any imprint. Because if he's gonna get cooked on defense and you're not getting anything from him on offense because you're not designing anything for him because they're staying right to him, they're not gonna let him get those easy looks off of like dribble handoffs and pitching it to a big and catching it back. Like that's gone. So that's that read and react stuff. You have to play with more intention to get someone like Dante open because Dante is a role player. And unfortunately, we're relying on a lot of role players to give us good numbers. And if you're relying on role players to give you some production, you have to put those role players in position to just get some shots off, get some confidence. He's not Tyrese Maxey. He can't just take a pick and dribble around for 5 seconds and then take a step back three. You have to figure out ways to empower the other guys on your team when they're limited offensively. At least because Dante's had a terrible series, absolutely terrible. And I think if you're not figuring out a way to get him going, or you don't attempt to, then it's kind of like, what are we doing at this point? If you don't attempt to, and then you just let him play 11 bland, boring minutes that contribute nothing, and we getting off the slow starts, then what are we doing it for? I think it's one of those things where like I'm not saying that we're relying on Dante, but I think him getting going, or him, matter of fact, Freezy, if Dante hit 2 threes in the first quarter, that alleviates so much pressure for the rest of the game. Like Dante could legit hit 2 threes in the first quarter, and that will alleviate pressure for the rest of the game for everyone else while he's on the court, where he doesn't even have to take another shot. But when he's out there just not being a weapon or ineffective and not really in the flow, like then you're getting the worst version of him, and then you get the $10 million player instead of the guy that was performing, instead of the guy that was averaging 18 points per game when Randall went down. There's things you have to do to figure out or how to make a guy more effective or appear more threatening. And I understand like your point, like you don't give him more opportunities to screw it up. I understand that. Completely.
Yeah, that's not my point.
Okay. Oh, what's your point? Go ahead, Freezy. I don't want to speak for you.
No. So my point, the point that I'm making is this: is twofold. For one, everything that you saw from game 1 to game 5 with Dante, you got to kind of take it with a grain of salt, because in game 6, Dante DiVincenzo is a role player on the road trying to eliminate a team that just beat you. And if you expect a role player to be a dominant player on the road, then you don't watch playoff basketball. Secondly, Dante DiVincenzo may have been our best player until Kyle Lowry hit him across the head and knocked him down. And anybody remember that? Remember how good Dante was playing before the flagrant foul by Kyle Lowry? After that moment, Dante DiVincenzo has been playing like dog poo. From that moment on, when Kyle Lowry hit him in the head. Dre, hold on. Oh, well, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
My fault. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, he was kind of rough from the jump of the series. He had like one nice stretch when Lowry hit him, but game 1 and 2 and 3, like, he wasn't really doing too much. He did hit the shot, of course, in game 2, but if you'd have to look up his shooting splits, but he's not been very efficient at all the entire series. But go ahead, Freezy. My fault.
No, I don't agree with that. Like I was saying, the point that I made, I feel like I'm right. I feel like games 1 and 2, Jalen Brunson was playing like trash, and Dante DiVincenzo was our best and most consistent player. Whether you say is he or Josh Hart, whichever, you could say Hart, you could say DiVincenzo, whichever one you pick, it for damn sure was not Jalen Brunson in games 1 and 2. Right? We can't sit here and think just because it was a week ago, it never happened.
In game 2 for sure. Yeah. In game 2 for sure, Dante. I'm looking up what he did, Freezy. Dante went 5 for 10 with 19 points in game 2. In game 1, he was 3 for 10, but he hit like 2 threes in the first quarter that settles us down. If you recall, remember, Freezy? They went up to a lead and Dante hit like a 3 to settle us in, to like bring us within a little bit closer. But after that, he's 2 for 7, 3 for 11, 3 for 10. Since he hasn't really been a factor. And when did what's his name? When did Kyle Lowry hit him? Like the first game in Philly, I think.
At the beginning of game 3.
Yeah.
At the beginning of game 3, when Dante got the steal and Dante broke out and he had to lay up, and Kyle Lowry came across his head and knocked him down.
Mm-hmm.
Wiz. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. My bad, Wiz. My bad. Hold on. I forget these superstars, bro. They can't come into the joint without.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you've got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you together?
Wiz.
Jen, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, loud and clear.
It's my first time using the app, actually. I never used the app. But my picture is not there. I can't see myself.
You have to log in or add a picture on the phone.
Oh, man. Anyway, I might as well, let me give 3 seconds. First of all, you guys are brilliant, man. You guys are some brilliant analysts, man. I've been sitting here going, dang, I didn't think about that. I mean, Dre, some knowledge there, son. I like that. I like
Appreciate it, Wiz.
even when you contradict each other, your contradictions are coming from a place of knowledge. And I was like, oh man. So first of all, I just want to ask you guys, did Deuce do okay today? I don't know. It's my great grandson.
Deuce was fantastic.
Yeah,
On offense. He was getting roasted on defense.
Yeah, I was gonna say the opposite, bro. I'm giving that man a C- today.
Damn.
Today, I'm giving him a C. And the reason why it's not a D- is because in moments he looked like the best player on the floor. In certain stretches, not long stretches.
Oh, snap.
Right. When he came and hit that jump at the free throw line.
Yep. That was right there. Right there. That looked good, right? That looked good, right?
Right. And how he got so open, he looked away a defender. And the defender just took off, and you're like, "Oh, he started to get savvy."
You caught that? Oh, come on.
Yeah. So yeah. So when we on the playback, we saw it. We like, look at those. He's adding slowly but surely adding nuance to his game. Slowly, very slowly.
And Omar's still doing it.
Paint Brian slowly.
James is not letting him completely loose yet. He's got some stuff that you haven't seen yet. I'm telling you, those drives to the basket, he's getting more and more confident. They actually almost cleaner than Josh's drive. Sometimes he drives to the basket almost cleaner than Josh when he goes almost end to end. So, yo, man, watch out for my great grandson. But
Josh Hart had some moments too, man. Josh Hart had some moments too. It was like I gave Josh overall. I gave Josh Hart like a B- type grade. Because the and one was clutch. Remember the and one when I think it was 80 something. I think they were up by 2 and he got the and one at the rim.
Yep.
Yeah. That made us jump out of our seat, bro.
Higher grade than Deuce. Oh man. Okay.
Bro, you can't give Wiz. You can't give that man. You can't give him an A+ when Tyrese Maxey went for 46, bro.
Oh no, I'm giving Deuce a B.
Okay.
Not a C- though, or even D-. What the heck? What? Come on, man. Don't do that to me, man. But the Dante Deuce
Wiz is just one game, bro. I'm not saying shoot that man to the moon, bro.
I know.
It's just one game, bro. We gotta relax. I don't hate Deuce. I love Deuce.
I know. By the way, Dre, did you actually slip today and say he may be the best 3-point shooter on the team? That was accident, though, right? He didn't.
Well, in the playoffs, he for sure is.
Oh,
Freezy, can a basketball player get CTE?
Oh, yeah.
Just watching Josh Hart tonight, he played like he got a helmet on and he just ran into a wall.
I was looking at the same thing with Dante. Like Dante, why are you crowding him when you know he got you beat off the feet, bro? When you know that man legit is quicker and faster than you off the go, and you know he's not shooting, why you, bro? When he turned the corner, I was like, Dante, come on.
A true CTE player was Mitch trying to block Maxey up by 6.
Mitch shouldn't have even been in the game.
No, he should not have been. I agree with Trey on that.
He should not have. That's on tip. He shouldn't have been in the game because number one, they're down 6. You know they want threes. You put in your lineup that can switch the best.
Yeah.
Then getting an offensive rebound. So what? That means there's 5 seconds coming off the clock if they get an offensive rebound.
And they still got to kick it back out to the perimeter if they're hunting threes.
And you need a guy that's quick enough to close out.
Exactly.
So what was Mitch in the game for?
By the way, we just jumped about 4 subjects in 30 seconds. We went from what you guys are talking about. Yo, are you
I
saying
think
we
so.
went from
Wiz, I'm with Dre on. I think Dre made an excellent point. I agree with him. I think, man, I wouldn't be surprised to see Tibbs start Deuce, bro.
That's exactly where it's gonna go. From Grimes to Dante to Deuce in the same season.
Um, no, I think it's no. I don't think it's
It's just this
because.
matchup.
Yeah, you have to realize, man, the Sixers are not starting Anthony Edwards at the 2. They're starting Kyle Lowry at the 2.
Right,
Right?
okay.
Right. So it's not like at the 2 there's going to be a significant height or toughness advantage. Right? If anything, is advantage Knicks. Right?
Oh man.
Because you have Deuce on the floor who can pick up Tyrese Maxey from the beginning, like Dre said. Now, my opinion
Maxey's
on
gonna
it
get his.
is,
He's gonna Freezy. If we had Deuce on him from the jump, Maxey will get his 30 efficiently. He's not gonna get that 46 though from the jump.
I think the
Maxey
genie's
is
already
good
out of the
enough to
bottle,
get
bro.
30 no matter what. He's gonna get 30, 35 no matter what.
Right.
We lost because he got 46,
Exactly.
not 35.
Nah, bro. I disagree with you, bro. I honestly think Tyrese Maxey knows he can cook whatever defender the Knicks have out there. And the reason why I say that, and in chat, listen, I don't want to sound anti-Knicks. I'm pro-Knicks, but I just want to point out some obvious things that I think we're overlooking. Right? One obvious thing is Tyrese Maxey went to the rim and got hit hard and fell on his elbow, hip, and ankle. Right.
Yep.
And that man limped all the way back out to half court where we were thinking like he was going to leave the game. Right. Now, after that fall, that man went berserk on us, bro. That man pulling up threes, 30 feet. That man turning the corner. That man crossing over. That man getting and 1 threes on us, bro. After that,
come on,
that
Freezy.
right there tells you off rip. That man's confidence was like, get me the ball and I'll carry us home. The genie is already out of the bottle.
Freezy, you know, Embiid with a cape covered James Brown. I think James.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then James Brown came back, hit me.
Absolutely, bro. It's like when Thor landed in the forest with his hammer and knocked out all the enemies at one time. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. For those that know the MCU, I'm just saying. But
I take though, and why Dre could work, because Dante, yes, let's say we still give him 47, but Deuce would have given us 9 more points. We win over Dante.
Well, I don't know. This is my thing, Freezy. Maxey may very well get the 40, but he'll work harder for it than whatever Dante was doing out there or whatever Josh Hart was doing.
And Deuce would have gotten 9 more points than Dante. So that
possibly. What did Dante get tonight?
He did 8 points. He cost basically Dante and Brunson cost me $5K today. By the way, I could have won $5K.
Freezy said I was out here counting money. This man is the one counting the money.
Nah, man.
I wanted 9 assists from Brunson. Said I guarantee today Brunson's gonna be distributing the ball because he knows these guys are coming for him. They will not let him put up another 40 points. So he's gonna be passing the ball today and getting 10 or 11 assists. That's all I wanted. And then I'm sure Dante's like, wait a second, I'm home. I'm a role player. I can at least put up 12 points. 12 points. That's all. He actually did not.
Freezy, my bad, Wiz. I was gonna Freezy. This game kind of reminds me of. You remember we were up 3-1 on the Celtics at home?
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago, and we blew that.
The Jason Terry game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow.
And we thought, well, maybe even though we're better than this team, maybe we'll blow it. There's this mystique about them. They have these players, XYZ.
Oh man.
And we went up there and smoked them. We damn near blew it, but we had like a 25-point lead in the fourth.
Yeah.
that we damn near tried to blow, if you recall, Freezy. I
What?
think I think I think I think it might be one of those games that we get like we come out swinging.
I just got I feel you. I understand where you're coming from. And I don't blame the approach or I don't disparage the approach. I'm just saying, bro, Philly has the reigning league MVP and they also have a guy making a Kawhi Leonard type of breakout in a play. This dude is making a Anthony Edwards type breakout in the playoffs right here in a series against us, and we don't recognize it.
Because right now, that's
Oh
my
yeah, I'm not about to besmirch him. Like he's averaging like 30 on 50, 40, 90
jeez. Oh,
on tough shots.
Yeah. Against
Cooking
a
whoever.
top 5 regular season defense.
Granted, a lot the overwhelming majority of his looks come because he plays around Joel Embiid and like his numbers went down without him. But
Right.
we live in this reality where Joel Embiid does exist, so I'm not going to take it away from him. Like, but there's a reason why they look terrible or they lose they lose the minutes without Joel.
Right. But
They have a synergy together that's just it's just very hard to stop.
yeah, but the thing about it is my bad, Wiz. I just want to point this out real quick. The thing about it is in those breakouts, in everybody's breakout, bro, everybody has that guy on the floor with them. Like say for instance, the Steph Curry breakout. Does the Steph Curry breakout occur if Klay Thompson is not on the court with gravity?
Klay Thompson is not an MVP, Freezy.
No, but the gravity, bro. The gravity is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can't let
There's gravity, but remember, Klay Thompson like averages like 18 points per game in a playoffs for his career. Like
the gravity
he's
though,
not
bro.
he's not. You can account for gravity.
Okay, well,
But
how about this, Dre?
hold on, Freezy. Before
How
I
about
cut
this?
you,
How does Steph Curry look in a season when Klay Thompson is either out or old? How does Steph Curry look?
he won a championship while Klay Thompson was coming back off that ACL and was trash.
Right.
He won a
But
championship in
did they have
2022
other?
when Klay Thompson
They
was
had other
trash.
gravity on the floor though, right? Andrew Wiggins played the series of a lifetime.
Yeah, he played a series of a lifetime, but it wasn't gravity was the reason why. Like
Yeah,
he
Jay, I
played a
think Jay,
hyper efficient and he
you
played
just
elite on
disparaging the point,
defense.
bro. I think I'm absolutely right on this one.
Nah,
No start.
Freezy went
Not even Michael Jordan won without Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant, bro.
Freezy when
Not
Steph
even Larry
Curry.
Bird won without
No, you need
Parrish
talent. You
and
need
McHale.
Freezy. You need talent, but there's also a gap between Klay Thompson and quite possibly the best player alive right now. That there's a big gap between them.
Kareem
There's a
Abdul-Jabbar was losing in the second round of the playoffs before Magic Johnson, bro.
that's not the same thing. That's a false equivalence. Joel
Right,
Embiid is
right.
literally the best player alive when healthy. He commands there's a reason why they played terrible without him. Like they legitimately dropped how many games without him?
Yeah,
And
right.
Maxi's numbers went down across the board without him.
Right. But then when Joel Embiid came back, what happened to Maxi's numbers?
They get bolstered because eyes are
So with that said, so I'm wrong on the gravity thing then.
you're wrong on the gravity for particular players. Like Klay Thompson's gravity is not Joel Embiid's gravity.
No, I'm not
When
saying
Steph
that.
Curry broke out against the Spurs in that playoffs where he took the beautiful basketball Spurs, he took them to 6 games. It wasn't because Klay Thompson was in the corner. That man was pulling from 35 feet, heavily contested, with Tony Parker in his face, like it was nothing. Like he was just great individually.
So you're saying
Like,
so the gravity argument is right. You're saying the players are different.
the gravity argument is
Because Klay Thompson
semi-correct.
was on the floor on that play.
The gravity argument is semi-correct, but there are 10
It's
eyes.
absolutely 100% correct.
There are 10 eyes on Joel Embiid no matter what's going on. There are not 10 eyes shifting to
Nah,
Klay
bro.
Thompson in 2013.
Nah, bro.
But Dre,
They were not
The
10
Clay
eyes.
that scared the Clay that
Dre, they
scared
were
the
not
death.
10 eyes on Joel Embiid tonight, bro. Come on, bro. You got to relax, bro. You
Yes,
can't be right all the time. You got to let
Freezy.
Dre,
you got to let
He
others
didn't.
be right sometimes too.
Freezy.
Dre,
He didn't
Dre,
have 10 turnovers by accident.
but Dre, real quick. The
It
Earth,
wasn't coincidence he had 10 turnovers. He got doubled a ton.
but
Right.
Dre,
We wanted him to be doubled.
Embiid is a 9.8. Is a gravity on Earth.
Yeah.
Clay is a gravity on the moon. If you had if you're in outer space, you're gone. So the fact
But
that gravity exists impacts the fact that you actually can be who you are. And all you need is gravity. You don't need a lot of gravity. You just need some gravity.
there's varying levels. I'm just saying
We right. Wiz, we right on this one, bro. We right on
there's
this one.
levels, but there's
LeBron
levels. Like
James
you
never won a
can't
championship
you
until LeBron James didn't win a championship until he got Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade.
But Dre, what I disagree with that is the level of gravity is different, but the existence of gravity is always saying is
I mean,
required
but
for
but it's hard for me to compare the two. Like
it's a tough comparison. Okay, I'm going to agree with you, Dre.
We're not
It's a tough
comparing
comparison.
players. We're saying gravity.
you're saying great players make other players better. That's I know what you're
No,
saying, Freezy.
gravity, bro. The gravity, bro.
But I'm
Gravity,
saying great players have gravity or more gravity, and they help other players thrive when they
Isaiah
draw
Thomas never won
defensive
a
attention.
championship until Joe Dumars got there, bro.
But this is the thing: we could run the same pick and roll with Brunson and Isaiah Hartenstein. They will guard that completely differently than how we would guard a Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid pick and roll, and you know why. Even if Tyrese Maxey is as explosive as Jalen Brunson, you know why it's guarded differently.
mm,
You know why there is so much more help
Dre, they're not
headed
going to run again. I disagree again. They're not going to run a pick and roll with Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is a tree right now.
a pick and
Joel Embiid's
pop.
not
Is
rolling to
that
the rim.
okay? I'm not. You're talking. Okay, a pick and pop, a pick and short roll, whatever, however you deem it. A pick for a mismatch, a pick for a switch. There's a reason why he's in every single action with Tyrese Maxey. There's a reason why he's getting those picks from Joel Embiid and not from Nicholas Batum. The,
now, I'm asking
and
this.
the reason is that Joel Embiid is a threat, even on 1 foot from anywhere on the court, 25 feet in.
Hey, Dre, did Hakeem Olajuwon play? Did Hakeem when he won his?
Who? Say it
Olajuwon,
again?
Hakeem.
Elijah Wan.
The
Hakeem was.
gravity that Hakeem had was
It's
with a
his
ton of
gravity.
role players that shot the three at a high clip.
The gravity that he needed. Who did he need?
Well, what does who need? Like
Hakeem needed
Hakeem?
gravity for him to win this chip. Because if without the gravity around him, he would have not beaten Patrick. He would
The
have not.
gravity was shared. The gravity was shared between several role players that could all shoot the three.
But
But he did.
but Dre, that's what gravity means. Gravity
Right.
is a shared attraction, bro. Regardless of the size of the two objects.
Exactly.
That's the reason why I'm saying. That's the reason why I'm saying. Every trip down court, there were never 10 eyes on Joel Embiid. We had to account for Tyrese Maxey. We were
Well,
accounting for Tyrese Maxey as soon as we found out who our opponent was in the first round.
I'll put it this way: all 10 eyes were on the action of whatever Joel Embiid set a pick for Tyrese Maxey. Anytime that action was happening, there was nobody thinking about there was nobody out there thinking about, oh, should I hard close out to a shooter? No. They were watching ball, watching man at the same time. Meanwhile, meanwhile, when Jalen Brunson asks for Hartenstein to come set a pick, the guy they have Joel Embiid on one leg coming up to the level of the screen because they don't really respect Isaiah Hartenstein as much as they respect Jalen Brunson. Like the reason why like the coverages Tyrese Maxey would see without Embiid would dwarf his impact, and that's why I'm saying like the whole gravity concept. I understand it completely, but when you compare like a shooter to someone that's in the middle of the floor, that is a threat at any given time, with or without the ball,
Hmm.
it's a little bit different. Like I
So
understand there's
okay, so we're
varying levels.
basically, yeah, okay, I give up, bro. You won. Wiz, what's good, bro?
Man, I'm just enjoying your takes, man. But I got a couple of. I didn't want to go too far off that initial subject because I'm concerned about Tibbs trying to make Deuce start. I have questions about that, and you know me, I think the Deuce player got some skills, right?
Okay.
I'm not prepared to start him.
Okay.
I'm not prepared to start him. The quick trigger, I understand. I understand the quick trigger, but I'm not prepared to start Deuce right now. I'm first of all, I'm appalled that we have such an extensive, the deepest bench in the NBA with two players coming off of it in a game like this.
Okay.
Deepest bench in the NBA. Yeah, I heard it right. Am I wrong that I've heard it all year?
Well,
Yeah.
Bogey's not here anymore, so
Yeah.
I don't think it's the deepest anymore.
He's not talking about right now. He's talking about, have you heard that this year from Knicks fans?
Right.
Oh, okay.
And suddenly, we're gonna give to the Randall. Randall's gone, right?
Yeah.
But one guy all of a sudden is missing, and all of a sudden, oh, we only have two more guys on the bench. Is that what happened? So that makes me I'm a little flustered by that. Just a little bit. Because I thought we had.
Wiz, that stuff that you're flustered by is out of. I don't understand the point.
I know. I'm just trying to think about why.
So should we be frustrated because dudes can't play?
No,
If dudes can't, why are we frustrated about dudes that are in street clothes? They're in street. There's nothing we can do about that.
we saw pressure play last game, and we saw what looked like something that could work. We saw my two Africans with some vibranium from Wakanda in their veins that were linked by the vibranium, and somehow magically that chemistry was off the charts to basically shut down Maxi and Embiid for 5-10 minutes last game, and suddenly no one decided to go Wakanda forever, or even Wakanda for a minute. Just give me 1 minute of Wakanda, just 1 minute. I just want to see my African brothers, because basically OG is a true African because he kept his real name. His first name with Joel. Joel is not the African name. That's like
It's
Toby.
British. Yeah, I know. It's British.
That's like Toby. I mean, come on, man. Kunta Kinte. Keep your name, Joel. Change that name back.
The basketball part, though, I don't get.
But I'm just saying that somehow you saw those two guys who obviously have chemistry, obviously have history, almost read each other's mind, long arms, athletic, lateral movement, perimeter defense, blocking 3-point shot from a 7-footer, and you didn't want to even see that again for like 2 minutes with that deep bench. I'm shocked, and that's and again, I love Tibbs.
Who are you sitting to play Precious?
What? Who am I sitting? All I want is 5 minutes of those two guys.
So who's not going to play in those 5 minutes?
I heard the mention in the last part of the game. And in the game, I want to see those two guys for 2 minutes. When Mitch should have been out of the game, right? We knew that. We accept that, right? That last sequence with Maxi.
So you would like to bring in a player that missed 46 minutes of a game and bring him in the last 2 minutes of a game, ice cold, and expect him to make a game-saving play?
Now, I wanted him to have been in the game earlier to be warmed up enough that this last 2 minutes would not have been shocking. I would have been the first time he walked in there.
Dre, I think this is revisionist history right here, bro.
It sounds like the Frank Ntilikina.
Yeah, I think this is.
There.
I think that this is a neo soul song right here, bro. This sounds like I wish I could go back to the day before so I can unbreak my heart. That's what it sounded like to me.
So you guys thought that after Friday, what's that game? Sunday game, right? What's the name?
Today is Wednesday.
Oh,
Well, it's Tuesday where you're at.
Yeah, Tuesday where you're at. Yeah.
right. You didn't see something there that I want to see that again. Just see if it was true, if it's real.
I mean, I saw it, but Tibbs clearly didn't value it. That's why he went with Mitch at all times.
I don't get where I'm desperately trying to find a point. Like Precious Achiuwa would have saved Game 5 is basically what you're saying.
No, I don't know. That's the thing. I wanted to see
I think
was.
I want to buy into it because I like Precious and I want to buy into it, but logically, I don't get it.
Defensively, he wouldn't have made that foul at Mitch had.
Yeah.
Even cold, he wouldn't have done that.
Even cold,
right?
And guess what? I think even psychologically, Embiid and them would have actually paused.
If anything, if Precious would have made that closeout, he would have been so much faster with it and under control. He wouldn't have ran into him.
Yeah.
He would have just ran. He would have ran and stopped right in front of him and not jumped and just put his hands up.
I think it would have even also there thinking for this a moment, just enough for them to have a thought.
You know what I think he would have done with? I think Precious would just ran out there and fouled him.
And probably stopped them from making the three.
No, probably. And here's the thing. And here's the thing. Here's why it's smart. If Precious would have just ran straight out there and fouled him, right? It would have been a foul on the floor. We were over the bonus. They would have went to the free throw line and got 2 free throws.
At worst, he would have got 3. And he would have to make all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Instead of 4 points.
Exactly. Minimum.
And then we could have just made 1 free throw and we would have been up 4 with 13 seconds left, 15 seconds left.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Josh Hart decided to miss 2 free throws. Miss a free throw.
Yeah.
So that stopped us from that same scenario.
And you missed the wrong one, too. When are you going to miss a free throw like that? You got to miss the second one. You don't miss the first one.
Well, at that point, it didn't even matter.
I know. Jeez.
But if you notice, I was going to say this about the Josh Hart free throw that he missed. Josh Hart choked, bro.
Oh,
in that moment, look at his free throw form, right?
Oh,
that man, seemed to me he didn't even go through his normal free throw thing. He got to the line and hurried up and got a shot up, and it was short.
I didn't want to say it.
And then the second free throw, if y'all remember, he prayed it in, bro. That man said 17 Hail Marys and made a donation to the Catholic Church for that free throw to go in, bro.
It was them Obi Toppin free throws.
Well,
yeah.
Man, I heard
that free throw came in through the back door, bro.
I heard he had the Torah, the Bible, and the Quran. One of you guys must be real. Please,
but whatever it takes to win, bro. Josh Hart was like, "Yo, I'll do whatever it takes for that free throw to go in," and I respect that.
I know.
But that first one, you can't take little things for granted. That's why guys got to have playoff experience, bro.
Yeah.
And I know Josh Hart is almost 30, and it seems like he's been to the playoffs a lot of years, right? Nah, this is only his 3rd playoff series in his career.
And yet he's more confidently than the guy who has been to more and been in more games and actually has a ring with a team. You're talking about Dante, who looks like he's flustered, like he's shook.
Yeah,
that kind of hurt.
Sorry, Wiz, let me ask you on the other thing you were saying about Precious and OG Anunoby. What were you suggesting actually? Were you suggesting sitting Josh Hart?
No, actually, I was suggesting that
moving Josh Hart to the 2.
Moving that, yeah, just for the I heart Mitch breaking sequence and I just to see what happened Sunday, man. I just want to see
what trying to experiment. You experimenting, bro.
No, that's
game.
Hey, redo what we saw. The experiment was Sunday.
What happens means, bro.
Well, okay, I saw it happen Sunday, and it
Okay.
looked like that's something that doesn't look like a one-off. It didn't look like a random special scenario. It looked like those guys play so well together with that other crew, with the rest of the crew. Why can't I mean it made sense. It made sense that that's how those guys would play well together. So my thought was, if it looks
We
natural to
I get what Wiz was saying. We had like a scrambling defense when
Okay.
Precious was out there.
right,
Okay.
and
But in that moment, we wouldn't have been scrambling. We would have been switching everything. It wasn't like a we know Joel's gonna get the ball in the post, we're gonna double him type scenario. It's we know they're
So,
gonna run.
but I figured scrambling was switch. I mean, switching everything is scrambling.
I
it was
mean, is it scrambling?
Yeah.
It's more controlled.
movement, a very defensive high IQ movement. It was like when OG came to our first game at OG.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Here's what I mean by scrambling, Freezy. Like when Joel's in the post, we'll bring the double, and then the rotations start happening, and then there's the scrambling. Whereas if you would have come in that scenario, we would just switch everything instead of being far away from a man that you're supposed to be at. You're already with him or
right,
connected because you're switching. Whereas in the scramble mode, in terms of what I'm talking about, is like rotations off of a trap, off of a double, and
right.
guys have to be able to rotate and scramble back to
I
someone else's man.
I got
Whereas if
you.
you're switching everything from the jump, you're not scrambling. You're control. I mean, it might be considered a scramble, but it's more of a control scramble because you already know the man that you're going to.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I got you. I got you. You didn't have to explain that one, bro. That's easy. All we
Yeah,
had to say on that one is we got to communicate better. When
but
you switch,
that
communicate
wasn't
better.
for you. That was for the listeners. I know you
Yeah.
know that,
Okay.
Freezy.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
That's all we got to do. The scramble and the switch and the scramble. All it is communicating better, pointing people out. Right. That's all it is. In that scenario, Wiz, you're saying that the Wakanda stuff would have made them more communicate better because they have synergy.
Exactly. There we go. Control chaos with the synergy that seemed to just have them totally synchronized. They were synchronized in that their movements were control chaos. Oh, I go there, I'm going to move there. They literally knew where to go when the other
In
one moved.
split second time, like
Exactly.
milliseconds, guys are pointing, knowing where to go, and all of that.
Right. And
Right.
sometimes pointing is just literally body movement. That's all the guy saw taking left step, he went right. It was literally like they were so connected that they saw the movement as it happened. And it was just look at some very high IQ, defensive IQ, as far as these guys were concerned. That team, that group right there, does look like it's a very high defensive IQ team as far as perimeter defense and overall total defense. So I mean, again, I'm shocked we just didn't take a look at it again because it was so close. It was so recent and such an impact to watch those guys what they did that I just couldn't imagine that looking at it again. It's almost like when OG came to our team and he had no idea what the plays are. He was doing what he just did, and we go, dang, something is working up with these guys. And let's not start OG next game. Let's try putting somebody else in. That's all it felt like to me. I was like, why
How
would you
about
not?
we get Deuce McBride to stop letting Cameron Payne shoot threes? How about that?
Wait a second now. Wait a second. We can't bring Deuce into this. That was Josh's man. Okay, maybe not.
What?
No, I'm
When?
not,
When?
not trying to take no responsibility for Deuce. Dang, that's a tough one.
I see right now Deuce McBride is untouchable, and I'm with you.
Yeah, but to a certain extent, though, he did let. I mean, there's a point where he has to stay with his man and trust his other guys, even
Yeah.
when he get beat.
Yeah.
I'm still.
I hate campaign, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I even think his name is stupid. In a very immature way, bro. In a very immature way. I think he's Alfred Payton. Every time I see him, I think he's Alfred Payton, bro.
I know what you mean. Oh man, yo, yesterday, by the way, Anthony Edwards scares me, man. Anthony Edwards scares me, and I would not like to see Anthony Edwards become our Michael Jordan, because if he starts winning, and he looks like the kind of guy who doesn't give it up again.
Oh, he ain't in our conference, so I ain't worried about it.
I'm talking about meeting them in the finals and then losing in the finals for like 4 or 5 years when we face them.
Uh,
Jordan was our ECF finals.
well, he's gonna be having some dog fights over there in the West with OKC and the Grizzlies, and
to a certain extent, that's actually scarier, because then if he's going through those guys, he's gonna be like, when he sees us, he's gonna be like, "Yo, guys, I just went through. I just walked through. Sometimes I walk through like Jersey and the Bronx. Those dangerous neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like
hey man, Wiz, I would be glad to just make a finals. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are a little older than me, and y'all won a championship, but damn it, can I see a conference finals? I'd like that too.
Oh man, I was yesterday, Freezy. I said to you, you know what? I'm looking to get the paperwork ready for Tim's extension. Today I put it back in the desk drawer for a while. And then I took it out and I put it in the desk drawer.
Wiz, you can't be that petty, bro.
I am that. Call me petty grass, right? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, Freezy. This is Maxie went 6 for 7, 4 for 4 from 3 in the fourth.
Jeez.
And mind you, Dante was on the bench.
Yeah.
I didn't foul anybody. We had fouled when we could foul. We didn't take any time off. We probably could take time out. We have left Mitch in there when we could take Mitch out. We didn't try to see what, if those guys, those Africans were connected, through Vibranium or whatever it was. We could go through the list. And then you let your point guard took 6 straight shots in overtime, missing.
That man came down, Wiz, in that time. What you're saying, I agree with you, right? Let me add this little bit. There was like a stretch of 8 possessions where Jalen Brunson came down like 5 or 6 straight times, didn't pass to anybody, and just dribble.
And Tibbs put way too much faith in him to make the right decision then. When he should have just dialed up a play, call something, draw something up.
Hey, which of you, if we are the coach, would not have called them to the side and be like, "Yo"?
Tibbs was watching the game like we were watching the game.
Jeez. That hurts. That's why the contract's back in the drawer, Freezy. The contract is back in the drawer for the extension. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. It's still there. It's even the amount is even blank.
For whatever reason, I think we win the next game. Call me foolish or simple.
Foolish.
I think we're gonna win the next game.
I thought today was it. I really did. I called 5 games actually. I called, and the reason why
I think that there's certain things. I think there are certain things we can do a lot better in terms of execution, and we need to hit our open jumpers. That's what we need to do. We had how many open threes we just clanked tonight?
Right.
Just
free throws and open threes. Those are 2 things that can be easily corrected, right?
We held them to 90 points. We held them to 90 points.
Now, who has more pressure on Thursday? Who has more pressure, them or us?
Both.
There has to be one with more.
Nah, this is my thing. Joel Embiid has so much pressure on himself.
But he has excuses.
Excuses doesn't really matter. If he had excuses, he wouldn't be playing. He's not using it as an excuse. The man has Bell's palsy and a screwed up knee, and he's playing. He's not going to use an excuse. If he wanted to really use an excuse, he would just sit out.
No, but if he loses, he would say, "Yo, I have Bell palsy and a messed up knee." What's our excuse? Oh, Randall.
That motherfucker, he ain't got no fucking Bell's palsy.
I mean, whatever that is, half his face ain't moving. Whatever it is.
Everybody I talk to about Bell's palsy, they like, you That man got one spot. That man got Bell's palsy in one spot on his body, bro.
Oh man.
That's the most stupid sports story I've ever heard in my life, bro. Bell's, bro. You ever? Well, never. I ain't even gonna go there, bro.
Well, I've seen people have Bell's palsy in their face, but it's usually because like they got an injury to their face, a part of their face, or they took like damage to an eye socket or something.
Right. But actually, that's there's a medication, a drug that kills guys for pain that causes certain
Yeah,
muscle.
they say some of it can be like a viral infection that can cause it as
Mm-hmm.
well. Like
Yeah.
it's like a nerve in the side of your face
I can't even
that
believe we
gets
having this
weird.
conversation, bro.
I know.
Yeah, we really,
Well,
man. We
whatever
having.
it is, I saw that man manually close his eye with his hand,
Oh,
looking like Two Face from Batman.
dang.
Bro. Okay, all right. I'm just.
That was so weird.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
you know what? You know what? I heard he's playing on a torn Achilles too. I heard his knee is also blown out, also, bro.
50 on a torn Achilles. That
Yep,
man must
in
be
his ankle.
Jesus
Yep,
Christ
in his
himself.
ankle and foot, and in his knee. Yeah. He's got a torn ACL and a torn Achilles too. I mean, since we adding stuff to the thing, I just want to add some.
Well,
I just want to make the
might as well
legend
call
even
it.
more.
Well, since he has so much lore to it, might as well be a Joel tendon. It's named after
May
him.
as well be right because
Oh,
there is no way the NBA is gonna let a player play with stroke-like symptoms. I don't even know why we even be talking. We don't even know if the story is true, right? You hear it from somebody. There's nobody thought to see if the story was true. Nobody even thought about that.
It just got leaked out coincidentally the night
right.
after Joel Embiid was the dirtiest player in modern
Exactly.
basketball history.
Bro, there is no way, bro. I could send Dre a text and say, "Hey, man, Jalen Brunson is this," and Dre will say, "Oh no, wait, let me look that up." You know what I'm saying? I could send a thing to Wiz. Wiz be like, "I didn't know that, man. Let me check my sources." But then a dude has stroke-like symptoms, and we out here like, "Hey, man, you know that dude got Bell palsy," and man. Bro, nobody thought to fact check, and now the story is out of control, bro.
That man is on so many painkillers, it
I think.
paralyzed his face.
Yep.
That man is on so many painkillers, bro. And the unfortunate thing to all of this is we're talking about Joel Embiid now, but in 30 years we're gonna be talking about Joel Embiid. Yo, you remember what? You remember Joel Embiid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how you in it? Bro, the dude legit was on the court with a bloody knee sleeve on.
And you know what's funny? I think that knee sleeve is because he got an injection in his knee.
Yep.
Yep,
Exactly.
that's what I'm saying. That's
Yep.
that's my point. That's my point, bro. Nobody is even thinking like this dude in 20 years is gonna be a story, a cautionary tale.
A case study on what happens
Yeah,
if
of how the
they got him injected with that military stuff.
Yep.
yeah, bro. They got him. Yeah, they
Freezy,
got that
Freezy,
man.
they got him with that 2-foot needle.
Yeah, they
Oh.
shooting. Yo, they shooting him up with that stuff they put in Secretariat.
Oh man.
I mean, come on, bro.
Yeah,
The thing is, some of this stuff is outrageous, and the other stuff is courageous, right? Like you're getting shot up in the knee at halftime and coming back out doing whatever it takes to win, and you still lose, or you win because you got to play dirty. But I can dig it. But bro, we out here. What else are we gonna say about this? What he got a toothache too? Wiz, come on, bro. We can't turn this man into a superhero, bro.
No. I'm just saying, no, he'll have an excuse. He'll have an excuse when he loses. There'll be a pet excuse about the medications or something, and the truth will come out, and he'll use that as the excuse. But I do think we're gonna win Game 6, but again, I was sure we're gonna win tonight. So I just don't know if I can expect us to perform the same way we performed tonight and win again in Philadelphia. And this time they will not be selling the seats to New Yorkers. We're gonna find a way to get them coming New Yorkers. Where us,
I'm
People
not
are gonna be selling those tickets because they're gonna be expensive anyway. So Knicks fans are gonna be in there anyway. I'm not worried about that.
I'm not as encouraged, bro. Because if our role players stunk tonight at home, to think they're going to be fantastic on the road is naive, in my opinion.
And in Game 6, with the
I think the only role player that outright stunk to me was Dante. He was trash on both ends for the entire game.
Yeah,
the entire game, which also led to Maxey going off because he could rest on defense because he wasn't doing nothing, and he could kill him on offense because he wasn't stopping him. I think Freezy, like
that's my man's though, bro. Every time y'all criticize Dante, man, I get staggered. I get staggered emotionally when y'all criticize Dante. But nobody is above criticism, bro.
I want to believe, man. I want to believe that it's some. I mean, I'm trying to see. Has he become Grimes?
He's playing like a ham sandwich.
I hate to kick Grimes back in, but he couldn't even start for the Detroit Pistons when they had five backcourt people out.
Oh man.
But it's not about Grimes, bro. It's about Philly snatching victory from the jaws of defeat, and you got to tip your cap. Well, I will tip my cap to them. I'm not going to suggest that others do, but I'll respect the fact that they grinded out and they beat us.
And then tonight, the Pacers got blown out by. Oh my goodness! What the heck was that? So now, and that's a good thing though. At least the series got extended, so that this is tighter than we will be.
But this thing I saw said they said Giannis and Dame might be back for Game 6. So
scary.
I mean, it shouldn't scare the Pacers. If they're back, you better play up tempo. You better test their calves out immediately.
Exactly. Man.
Yeah, they'll do that, man. My worst fear is that they'll come back and then they'll beat Indiana. I think we can beat Milwaukee, but we can't beat Milwaukee with guys keep going down to injury.
We're losing our depth.
Yeah,
true. But we need to use our depth. We have depth. I think Pacers, we can beat Pacers better. You know, the Pacers had the worst, or tied for the worst record of all the teams that made the play-in or playoffs. Road record. Road record.
No, Benny, don't you go in there.
Right, you look at their road record. The Pacers had a losing road record, like it was like maybe 18 to 21 or whatever it was. So, or 18 to 23.
Benny.
Right? The worst, I think it was tied with Orlando as the worst road record of the people who made the playoffs or play-in. Even the play-in teams had better road records than they did, which means they're vulnerable on the road. And so if we have home court, then at least that part should be safe. So 7 games should be worst case scenario, right? But we should take one at their place. So I personally would rather play the Bucks. In addition to actually, although I wouldn't mind, shutting down Halliburton, and the only bad part I feel bad shutting Obi down with his brother Jacob over here, going on to the next round.
Well, hey man, I appreciate that, but I gotta run, man. My dog is pacing, looking like he trying to get that hunch in his back. So, yeah, we can't. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take him outside.
Yeah,
I gotta take him outside so he can try to find Dante DiVincenzo's game. Maybe
find that man's jumper.
Yeah, find that man jump. Find
Make
that
sure he don't poop on
man
it
is
either.
that man clearly is concussed, bro. Clearly, that man
Is
is.
he concussed or is he just a role player out of his bounds?
Nah,
How,
I think he concussed, bro. Because that man's spatial awareness is different. You can tell.
how much money would it cost if last year I said to you, Deuce McBride is better than Dante?
No,
A
but
year
hey,
ago.
we could talk about that in the morning. No, I'm gonna try to get. I'm gonna take Benny outside, man. Thank y'all for coming through and rocking with us.
Peace.
I'm out of here, y'all. Everybody, thank y'all. Thank you, Dre. Thank you, Wiz, for coming
Peace.
through and chopping it up with us, man. We're gonna holler at y'all, man.